Good morning and welcome to TikTok Live. Hi, my name is Penny Pentacle and I'm here to do some tarot readings for you three beautiful souls. I'm going to be giving priority to my subscribers because obviously they pay a subscription, so they will go first on the list, and anyone else after that I will put your name down on my list and fit you in as and when I can. I'll be on for about an hour and a half, maybe tops today at the moment, and see if I can come back a bit later. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm just a qualified tarot card reader, intuitive tarot card reader. I'm also doing studying psychology, and I believe in the two going together. And yeah, so if you're popping on, tell me where you're from in the world. I'm from the UK, for those of you who don't know me. Those of you who do know me, then just say hi. I know that you're subscribers. Hi Jojo, how you doing? Hi Susie, hi Gail, thank you for joining. So, hope you're all having a lovely day. My day started very early because I was studying early hours in the morning, but I'm trying to get in sync with the Thailand hours because I'm going to be going to Thailand at the middle of October, so I'm looking forward to that. Hi P, how you doing? What I'm going to do is, if you tap the screen guys, hi Donna, and that helps me. At the moment you can see it's got to 53 here, or 54 now, so the more you tap the screen. Hello Rose, Donna Rose I think it is. Yeah, so that helps me. When I get to 60k, someone will get a free one-to-one with me. I do owe a one-to-one with one of my regulars. I haven't forgotten her, so if she joins me today I will be contacting her after this live. She will know who she is. So we got Donna that's joined, and Elle joined. So yeah, keep tapping the screen guys. As soon as we get to 60k, the one person that's been tapping the most will get a free one-to-one with me. I do tarot readings privately on WhatsApp or Google Teams or Microsoft Teams, sorry. And yeah, so I will get started in a minute, but I will kickstart off around the 500 mark. So if you want to go on the list guys, the best way to do that is start putting in, I feel like putting purple hearts today. So if you want to go on my list, obviously subscribers, there's a little monkey which goes like this, and I know that your subscribers, Margaret, hello, thank you Margaret. So purple hearts in the comments now, and tell me where you're from, and because I want to know where this beautiful energy's from. So P, you have gone on the list first of all. Melissa, you've gone on the list second. So if you follow suit, you can see that everyone is doing that. And then let me know where you're from. When it's your turn, I will ask you what your question is, or if you just want a general. So anyone else want to go on the list, please put a purple heart now, because I will be stopping at around the 500 mark to start doing the readings. So anyone else? You look like a vegan teacher. Oh, thank you Tyler. I don't know what that means, but anyway. Are you perhaps related? I don't know what you're referring to. But yeah, so anyone else would like to go on the list, please let me know. Naz Angel are my filter. Naz Angel, purple hearts Alicia, I'm going to put her down. I've got my cat, my kitten in the background here, so if you hear any noise, pulling things around, and she's you know. So Tyler said she's a very popular creator. Thank you Tyler. Appreciate that. So Alicia's gone on the list. So far if you want a reading today, it's P that's on the list, so she'll be first. Any subscribers obviously jumped the queue anyway. And then we've got Melissa, then we've got Alicia. Anyone else would like to go onto the list, please let me know. My name is Penny Pentacle. I'm using the Rider-Waite deck, and I will be doing free tarot card readings, past, present and future. And I will be, sorry, I'm just watching my kitten, she's going bonkers over there. So yeah, anyone else, please let me know, because I will be starting around 500 and we're nearly at 500 now. So purple hearts in the comments if you'd like to go on. I know Jojo, I put your name down because I know you joined, and I know that there was a Gail there, and I know that there was a Donna. So I've put all you people down. So anyone else that joins me after this, I will put your names down then and see how we get on. But remember, 60k, whoever's tap into 60k will get a free one-to-one with me. And there is someone that I'm looking out for today. I will be contacting her after this live anyway. Right, so P, what was your question, my lovely? What is your question? Remember, these are just mini readings, they're not full readings, because full readings I do privately on WhatsApp, or I do Google Meet, or I do Microsoft Teams. Are me and S going to reconcile romantically in 2025? Okay, well, there's only a few months left of 2025, so we want to know if P and S is going to reconcile. All right, so let's see what the cards have to say. Remember, the energy is from you and from your spirit guides and my spirit guides. It's all energy. We're all connected by energy. So I've asked my spirit guides so they can help me help you. Hi, Blessings. How you doing, my lovely? Thank you for joining. Blessings is a subscriber, but I think her subscription's about to run out. Just put a little note on there. Hi, Danny. I'll put you down as well. Okay, so I'm going to start doing the reading for P now. So P, you want to know if you and S going to reconcile with, well, by the end of this year, basically 2025. So let's see, spirit guides, what have you got to tell me? Please and thank you. All right, so I'm kicking off with, was there a, to start with, was there a betrayal? Is this why this has ended? Is someone, you know, deceived someone or done something that's upset someone, or taken something from someone in some way mentally? Because we've got the Seven of Swords here that has come up, almost like they're trying to get away with something possibly. Can you please let me know if that is relevant at all to you, P, just so I can work with the past card. But this is obviously an Aquarius air kind of sign, or Libra kind of energy. No major betrayal, but a slow disappointment, a type of thing over time, a built up resentment, I think. Okay, so yeah, this person's looking like they're looking over the shoulder. They're trying to get away with, you know, maybe they're thinking, oh, they need to, things aren't going, as you say, according to plan. So, you know, they're just taking what they can out of the relationship, and it's just not going mentally how they want to. But they're feeling disappointed or betrayed in that sense, possibly. And now we have got the Wands, Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is actually, we've got ships out there. It could be to do with relationships. and they're looking out there, looking out to see what's going on with regards to the relationship. So you're obviously wanting to know, which is not where we're at now, because this is basically the beginning of where we're today. We're in the now, and that's the question we're asking, which is the Three of Wands. And you're looking out there, you're wanting to know, you're wanting ones that are all about spiritual or taking action, you know, moving forward with something. So you're obviously wanting to move forward and finding out with regards to this what went wrong. I can see that there's a Justice card in the future here, and the Justice card isn't the right way up. Now obviously if the Justice card was the right way up, I would say that it'd be a good sign that there'll be a reconciliation within this year. But as it's this way, I would say that justice has not been, things are not being sorted out, I would say, because obviously, as you said, things have been going on for a little while, and, you know, maybe things have been disappointing, or maybe not feeling so good in the relationship. So, yeah, I would say there is justice to be had there, but it's just not right now. So with regards to, is it going to be in the future? Possibly, but right now, the energy around right now is saying not at the moment. And remember, all your actions and everything that you do can change the course of things to come anyway. So it's all what you do now, you know, this is the planning for what you take action with or don't take action, depends on what the outcome's going to be, if that makes sense. So I hope you understood that, but I don't see it for this year, but I do see justice in possibly the longer term later on down the line. All right, so I hope that made a bit of sense to you. You know, I like to give the answers to be really good and stuff, but I can't, you know, I've just got to go with what my intuition says and what the cards are telling me. Hello Everest, thank you for joining. So Everest is my subscriber, so she will be jumping the queue. Yeah, so thank you for that. When we get to 60k, someone will win a free one-to-one, so keep tapping. So Everest, what's your question for me today, my lovely? What is your question? Please let me know. And Everest is jumping the queue because you can see that she's got a Tara there and a little monkey, and she pays, I think, £3 a month for that subscription. Will you travel this month? Oh, exciting. So it's September, so you want to know if you're travelling in September, basically. So will blessings be travelling, Everest, this month in September? Please and thank you, spirit guides. Let's see. All right, so okay. There was something emotionally, I don't know if you're trying to get away from something emotionally here, or, you know, you want to see things new perspective emotionally. We've got some sort of young feel about it. We've got emotional card here, the Page of Cups, which is this way out, which is the emotions flowing out. So instead of jumping into something new and a surprise and exciting, you've been prevented from doing that. Maybe you were stopped for going travelling because you want to do something that's rewarding and emotionally good for you. And obviously we've got looks like the beach there and everything there. So yeah, you can see that that's something you've been wanting to do. And I think you want to nourish your soul, because we've got the Queen of Pentacles here. And the Queen of Pentacles here, unfortunately, you're not right now feeling like you're getting what you need to, you know, with regards to the manifestation and the material realm here and on this planet. You know, you're one with nature, you're one with stability and security and luxury, and you know, generally this is an energy of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn energy, and so this is this way. So you're not feeling that you're getting what you want right now, and I don't know if you're broken hearted or mentally and emotionally hurt. Is this why you're wanting to get away? Because this card has come up. It's not really bringing up anything about travel, because I know that was the question, but it does see that you, I don't know if that's what you're trying to get away from, some sort of emotion, or just emotionally maybe you just want to recline and relax, and you know, you've been disheartened with what's been going on, so maybe travel is what you need at the moment. With regards to are you going to go, I'm going to just ask a simple yes or no now, because I think that would be easier. Would ever go? Okay, we've got the Chariot, and Chariot card is all about journey. This is a life lesson, you on a journey, so maybe going to travel is to find yourself in some way and to help you. So I hope that made some sense to you, Everett, but sometimes we get steered in another direction with these cards. So I hope that made sense to you. Please let me know in the comments, please and thank you. Hi Missy, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Hi Danny. Yes, that makes sense. Oh, that's good. I'm glad it made sense to you. So Ellen, thank you for joining. The next person I will be doing will be Missy, because Missy is actually another subscriber. So sorry for you guys that are on the list, and you know, I will get to you, but subscribers obviously jump the queue because they pay that £3 a month subscription for when I'm on, and they're very patient with me because they know what my health is like, and I'm up and down and round. So Missy, I'm glad that you're good. It's lovely to see you today. So if you can let me know if you've got a question or if you just want a general, that would be great, Missy. So let me know in the comments. Keep tapping, guys, because if you see, when we get to here, we get to 60k, someone will win a free one-to-one with me, an appointment which I will book with you, and we will have that one-to-one, just me and yourself, for 30 minutes, and that will be free, and it will be either on WhatsApp, Google Meet or Microsoft Teams. So I will find out who won that at the end. It's the person that taps the most is the one that wins. I do have someone that should be possibly on later that I need to book in for their free one-to-one that they won last time, so I will be contacting them after this live today. So Missy would like a general, so let's see. For those of you that are popping on, you know, bear with me because I've got a list at the moment, so I'm getting through the list, and I'm also reading from my subscribers. So just say hi to me for now, and I'll try and say hello. Hello, love. Thank you for joining, my sweetheart. Okay, so Missy, also tell me where your beautiful energy is coming from. Thank you, love, for saying hi. So this is for Missy, spirit guides. Can you please shed some light on the energy around Missy at the moment? What does Missy need to know? Please and thank you. Okay. Okay, Missy. Right, well, we've come to an end of sleepless nights, you know, mentally being kept awake by something. Something's been bothering you mentally. And nines are all about endings. I don't know, maybe you've been anxious about something, worried about something, not being able to sleep properly due to it. But the good thing is it's a 9, and 9 is coming to the end of that particular mental energy, and this is the recent past, so it's kind of, we've passed that now anyway, so this is a good thing, that's mental energy is all gone. I'm not quite sure what you would have been worrying about, or what's, you know, what you felt anxious about, but you know, that's past, and you're now having some time by yourself. This is what you're in that stage of doing at the moment. You're having time by yourself, Missy, and you are, you know, you're seeking the hermit at the moment. The hermit doesn't mean you're closing yourself off to the world. It just means that you are going within yourself and looking within yourself, and maybe getting wise. You know, you maybe using a laptop like this woman and researching things spiritually, or anything that you are interested in learning about, you know, self-healing yourself, that kind of thing, you know, just, or even just educating yourself, getting wise and having that time to yourself. You know, that sometimes we need that quality time to ourselves, and that's obviously what the hermit does. The only thing is, don't stay in this hermitville, you know, forever, because you do need to social and be a social animal at some point. And I can see that this is the Queen of Wands. Now, normally the Queen of Wands obviously would be the right way up. The Queen of Wands happens to be a Aries, Leo or Sagittarius star sign, and they generally are a very outgoing, passionate, want to take action, you know, lots going on for them. But right now you are all those things, but you're not quite ready to go full blast, should I say. You are kind of about to step away from the hermitville and kind of bring the Queen back, the Queen of Wands back, and you want to move forward and take action. You bring out that Leo energy, that courage, that fire, that passion. She's very creative as well, so yeah, and she's obviously a lover of animals and very spiritual as well. So I'd say that's your next step. You're not quite ready to go full steam ahead though with it, you know. You're not quite that. You've just come out of Hermitville, so, you know, you've got to give yourself a chance to build up to this. But, you know, that's still a positive way to go. And once you've achieved what you've needed to achieve in Hermitville, then you will move on and be that socialite butterfly again. But, you know, we all go through cycles, and sometimes the cycle is either, you know, we withdraw from life, and other times we're the big, you know, social butterfly of life. We're just there, and, you know, and in everybody's face kind of thing. And just sometimes we just, you know, that's just how it goes. It's the light and dark, the yin and the yang. We all need the light, and we need the dark. You know, without the dark, we wouldn't see the light, if you see what I mean. So I hope that made sense to you. So I do ramble on sometimes. And so the next person, I don't think I've got any more subscribers here at the moment. Subscribers are the ones that have Tara on it, and it's a little monkey, and they pay £3 a month. And so the next person would be Melissa, if Melissa's still about. And keep tapping. 60k free one-to-one with someone who has been tapping the most at the end. So if Melissa is there, please let me know. Could I have a general, please? Of course you can, Melissa. Let's do a general for Melissa. And I hope, Miss Hyatt, it made sense to you, my lovely. Thank you for joining me. So I'm going to have a good sip of my tea. Okay, so Melissa would like to have a general. What is the energy around Melissa at the moment, please? And thank you, spirit guides. And what are you looking at for solar? I'll let you out later for solar. You're in your playpen now, because you know if I let you out, you'll be jumping on my head and swinging on the things. We'll do a live another day and show the people what you do. She's like a circus cat. Okay, so this is for Melissa. What is the energy for Melissa? Let's see. All right, thank you. Okay, so Melissa. All right, well, I've got a lot of emotions that have come up here, and previously in the past it looks like you've emotionally lost things, because as you can see there's these cups, and cups represent emotions and feelings and all that kind of thing, and the water represents the emotions, and the cups are dropping the water out into the sea. And so your emotions, you know, you feel that's a sense of loss somewhere along the line. But what this lady who's looking quite sorrowful is not seeing, that there is some cups behind them. So those cups are there to be seen and looked at. You know, it's just coming to that realization that, you know, this will pass, and then they will see what's kind of behind them or in front of them, whatever way you want to look at it. I can see right now that you're getting away emotionally, whether it's you're going off to Hermitville by the looks of it. You're emotionally wanting to get away, go into the cave, you've packed your luggage there, you're going off by night, you know, you're following the light of the moon, you know, you're just off you go. You know, that's just simply what you need to do at the moment. Emotionally, you just need to feel that getting away, be it closing yourself off to the world and having some you time, or, you know, actually physically getting away. That's what you're planning to do, because emotionally that's what you feel you need to do, you know, because there's been some sense of loss. I'm not sure if it's a relationship or if it's a loss within you in some way, but you obviously you will know that. And once you've made that decision to get away and sort yourself out and have that time, then we have this victory card coming in, and this is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is all about action and movement, and it's passion, it's fire, it's all, you know, this lady's coming along on this horse, and she's just like, you know, I've got victory here, I'm coming back, I'm telling everyone I feel victorious here. And they feel victorious because they've gone away, they've dealt with whatever they needed to deal with in the now moment, this moment we're talking about now, and whatever you do now, it moves you forward to the victory. So that doing that escapism or having that time away is actually going to do you a world of good, and you are going to achieve a form of victory from that, and that's what you've got to do. So I hope that makes sense to you. Please let me know in the comments. Love and light to you guys. We're on 4.7, so keep tapping, guys. When we get to 60k today, someone will win a free 1-to-1 with me. You're welcome, Melissa. Thank you for joining. And like, share, follow, all of the above. It always helps me with TikTok. Okay, so have we got Alicia? Is Alicia here, please? And hello, Christine. Thank you for joining. I will put your name down, Christine. Okay. Let's see. So don't put your questions in the comments, guys, because I'm doing a list at the moment. So I'm working my way down the list. So if you want to go on the list, I will put you on the list after I've gone through this list. So I will be getting people. It's okay, you don't need to apologise. It's just that I'm working my way through the list. So Alicia is the one that's next. So she wants to know Alice Wolf, Philip try and come back to me. So Alice wants to know if Philip will come back. Okay, so we want to ask the cards, will Philip come back to Alice? So, will Philip come back to Alice? What is the energy on this event happening? Will Philip come back to Alice? What's the energy around this question? Is that one? Okay, right. Looking at the cards here, you've got all wands. Now wands is great because they're moving and grooving, and it's all about action and planting the seeds. And you know, if you look at these growths here on the wood, they're, you know, that's all the new growths, the seeds that have been planted. And here is all about lots of messages coming and going, emails, things, everything's going on in your life, everything's starting to go, just starting to get speed up, I guess, and get fast and furious, and you know, and it's moving towards a victory. So within terms of your question, will you or Alice and Philip come back together? That's looking very promising because we've got the victory card here, we've got all the communication coming in. It's not to say that you won't feel a bit wounded and a bit worn out and a bit sort of almost a bit hurt from it all, but the outcome looks positive, the outcome looks good looking at all of those cards put together. So will you reconcile? Yes, you will reconcile. Is there going to be a lot of communication, a lot of work to be done? Yes. Will you have victory? Yes. Will you feel, you know, worn out? Yes. And will you come to that ending and a completion in the 9? Yes. So I hope that's helped you, my lovely, but it's looking positive to you. So love and light to you, sweetie. All right, so Jojo, are you still about, my lovely? Is Jojo still about? You're welcome, Alicia. Hello, Abigail. How are you doing? I'll put your name down, Abigail. I've got a list that I'm working through at the moment, so I'll put your name down, my sweetheart. Okay, so Shelley, what I'm doing is I'm doing a list at the moment, guys. So for those of you that are just popping on at the moment, please let me know after I finish this list. So stay watching, and then I will take the new list. Okay, so at the moment there's Jojo next. Is Jojo around? If Jojo's not around, then I will move on to Gail. If there's a Gail still here, then please let me know. So Jojo on Gail. And anyone that's not here when I call them, then obviously you can go on, try to go on to the next list when I do that. Okay, so is there a Jojo or is there a Gail here? If there's no Jojo or Gail, then there's a Donna as well. I've got a Donna. Is a Donna? Please don't put questions in the comments just yet because I'm doing the list first, and once I get through the list I will put your name down, and then when it's your turn I call your name and I'll ask what your question is at that point. And keep tapping, because once we get to 60k someone will win a free one-to-one with me. Okay, so hello Becky, thank you for putting your question in, but I'm doing the list at the moment. So Jojo, Gail and Donna. No Jojo, no Gail, no Donna. So have we got a Danny? Is Danny about? So I'm calling this list, and then once this list is complete, then I will start a new list if you wish to get onto the new list. So we haven't got Danny, so what we're going to do is go to Christine. If Christine's not, Christine's here. Christine, what is your question? So Christine Crane, what is your question, my lovely? Because you've been here for a little while. So Christine is here now. So Christine, do you want a general, or do you have a particular question you want me to ask the cards? please? And thank you, Spirit. Can we help Christine? Christine, I don't do pregnancy, just to let you know. Emily, my lovely. Okay, so Christine. Okay, so what is the energy around Christine at the moment? Please, can we get the energy around Christine at the moment, please? And thank you, Spirit Guides. All right, they're the ones, the cards that come out to me. So, Christine, there's been a completion, but not, you don't feel that it's been completed quite satisfactory to the way that you wanted, in terms of, this is the material realm. This is, it could be to do with money or luxuries and things, you know, saving up for something. Maybe you didn't quite get enough money together for something you were planning, because this is to do with work, this is to do with home, health, all that kind of stuff. It's come to an end, but maybe it's not come to the end that you particularly wanted necessarily, but there is a completion here. It has ended, you know. Unfortunately, you didn't quite get to the level you wanted, and at the moment you are seeking some sort of guidance, but you're not quite ready to ask for it, because at the moment it feels like, almost like you feel possibly let down by someone that was a mentor, or someone that you were learning from, or that kind of thing, you know. So the Hierophant's very wise, and you know, maybe that wise person, that person you go to, your guide, your whoever you have that go to, it could even be a counsellor, it could be anyone. There's them, you feel like you're not quite getting what you want from them, and I don't know if it's the outcome of kind of just bittersweet energy there, I guess. And you know, you want to be this Queen of Pentacles, you want, and Queen of Pentacles is obviously Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo energy. You know, she's looking at the home, she lovingly likes to look after the home, she's family, she material things, she's work, you know, family, animals, all that kind of thing. But yet again, she's not feeling her true form. And so I would say this is all about working, achieving something. It could be within work, it could be within the home, but whatever it is, it's something that you really want to achieve and get to. You know, maybe you need help and advice from a mentor or a guide or a course or whatever it is, but you didn't quite get to where it wants to be. But these are all lessons that you needed to learn to move forward. So it will happen. It's just probably a bit of a delay on this. It's just things a bit delayed with it all. All right. So I hope that's made some sense. I hope that's given you a bit of clarity. Only you will understand where the cards are coming from. Sorry, the kitten's distracted me, running around like crazy. So I hope that made sense to you, Christine. Love and light to you, sweetheart. And so Abigail, you are next, my lovely. Abigail, thank you so much. You understand. I'm glad you understand. It's quite difficult because obviously it's only a few cards, and you know, I'm only given a snippet into it, and it's more when you work with someone one-to-one that you get that kind of, you know, I'm doing like the psychology and the counselling at the moment, and that kind of really blends with the tarot, if you see what I mean. So even though I'm a qualified tarot reader, it's nice to combine the two. Okay, so Abigail, my lovely, what do you want to know? And Christine says, thank you so much, I understand. I'm glad that you understand, my darling, and you know, welcome back anytime. Keep tapping, guys, and the more you tap, the one that gets to 60k will get a free one-to-one with me. Obviously it won't be a live like this, it will be just a one-to-one with me and you. Okay, for Solar, what are you doing, you crazy kitten? I'll have to do a live with the kitten one day, just so you can all see the kitten. But I don't want to take the phone off now because I'll lose my trail of thought. Okay, so Abigail, do you do question with pregnancy? I don't, but I can do a reading and I'll let you interpret, if you see what I mean. I'm not going to be one that predicts the pregnancy. Does that make sense? So I'm going to do a general for you, Abigail, and see what the spirit guides want you to know about the energy around you. What's your energy around you at the moment? And depending what comes up, we will go from there. Does that make sense? So Abigail, we want to know what the energy for Abigail is, please and thank you. But I don't do predicting because I'm not a fortune teller at the end of the day. I'm just working with the energy. Okay, so I can see here that you in the past have been working very hard on something, you know, and probably been wounded by something, you know. You've put a lot of energy and time and energy into something, and you know, you come to the end of it, but you know, it's finished, but yet again it's not quite. You feel hurt, and there's lots of choices that has had to be made now, or you're having to make now, and it's making those choices, and it's making the right choices. And sometimes all these choices, there's so many to choose from, and you've got to be careful which to choose from and what's, you know, because these are emotions we're talking about here, emotional choices. But what I can see in the future is a victory card coming into play. You know, you are riding on a victory card with the wands, which is taking the action. You know, you've planted the seed in the beginning in the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands has like brought you basically to the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands has got to the point where you've got over the challenges, because fives are challenges and six is you know, this means victory. You know, we've had this before with regards to other people's questions. So I will let you read into that what you want to read into that. Okay, so I hope that helps you, my lovely. So love and light to you, sweetheart. I am going to do a new list now, guys, and just to let you know, people that tap the screen, whoever gets the 60k, who's tapping the most, will get a free one-to-one with me. All right, so you understand, Abigail. I'm glad you understand, and I hope it makes sense to you. But I'm not doing any predictions. I'm just giving you the information, and you can, you know. Number 2, share the live with more than 10 friends. Oh, if you share the live as well, that's really cool. That really helps me. So if you want to get on the list, now's your chance, because I'm going to take that down, the names for new people to go on the list. So purple hearts, please put a purple heart in the comments if you would like to go on the list. So purple hearts. If I have to see a purple heart, and then I will know. So Becky goes on the list. Okay, anyone else want to go on the list? Purple hearts, please put in the purple hearts. So Joanne, Larat, anybody else before I start doing the readings, guys? And let me know where you're from as well. Always lovely to know where the beautiful energy is from. So we've got Georgie, Erin. Okay, is there anyone else after Erin that'd like to go on the list? Because I will be kicking off again soon. Let's have a tea. Pia, you want to go on as well? So Pia. Okay, so alright, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you, 6 of you on here, and we got 7 now. Mamelo. Anybody else want to go on? And you're from Durham, Erin. Okay, so Erin's from Durham. It's nice to get to know where you're from in this world. So thank you, Erin, for letting me know. So anyone else before I kickstart? I usually get up to 10 and then I will start. So Duran, you're from South Africa. So that's lovely to know. Thank you. Okay, so I've got three more spots before I start doing the reading. So who wants to be number 8 on the list? Number 8, Purple Hearts. Mary Jane, you would like to go on, so I'm going to put you on. Anybody else? Now is the time to put your purple heart in the comment if you want to have a free mini reading. So I'm watching my kitten. So Natalie, and we've got Mary. Alright, so who's going to be number 10? Number 10, and I'm now going to kickstart. Who is number 10? Purple heart in the comments. Otherwise, I'm just going to kickstart with Becky. Get ready with your question, please, or if you just want a general. So, okay. Right, so that's it. Got all of you on the list, my lovelies. Abigail, did I just do your reading, sweetie? Am I going mad? I'm sure I did. Because we just discussed victory, didn't we? So, but I've put you on the end of the list again, but I'm sure we just did on a reading. But anyways, we're going to kick off now with Swirly, you'd like to be added. Okay, so Swirly, you'd like to be added. Swirly, which is Marissa. Okay. Alright, anyone else want to go on? Because I will be kicking off very shortly. Purple heart in the comment. It has to be purple heart because that's the only way I can understand if you want a reading. Is Fidel? Did you want Fidel? I think Fidel's on there. Alright, I'm going to kick off now. So Becky, you are first on the list. Natalie, you are on the list. Or Natalie, you're on the list. So you're number 9 on the list. Swirly, you're number 10 on the list. Alright, so Becky, are you around, Becky? Should I give my marriage a chance? Okay, well, sorry to hear that things aren't running smooth. Let's ask your spirit guides. Should Becky give her marriage a chance? What is the energy around this particular situation? Please and thank you, spirit guides. Alright, let's see. Okay, well, I can see already that there was a tower moment in the past. Chaos, people jumping out of the tower, you know, 2 people, foundations wasn't solid, okay? The foundation wasn't solid, lightning struck this tower, you know, they've both tried to get out from the fire which the lightning has caused and escape, you know? And it's this way round, so it's kind of... it's still applicable, but it's maybe not as intense as it was, if that made sense. And now we're at the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is someone, it's either a new idea or the energy can be someone that happens to be a fire sign, Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. Sort of a young or new mindset, I would say. Looking forward to taking action, new growth. Looking forward to going into new pastures, taking on something new, planting the seeds for something new. You know, that's what the hope is, and that's where you're at now, and you're looking at that, you know, wanting to take action, to do something about it. But what's happened here is you've got to the point where you feel sort of stabbed in the back still. Mentally, you feel like stabbed in the back, you feel hurt, you feel like, you know, you're holding your phone to your heart. It's just all too much, and it's a 10, it's excess, it's just too much, overload. Should you give your marriage a go? I feel from what these cards are saying to me that you probably have tried to get the marriage to go, maybe a few times, and we're back to where we were before, kind of thing. I wouldn't rush into anything, but there's obviously a lot to work on here. I mean, for starters, the foundations are not good. You're looking and planning new growth, so that could be to do with you wanting to plan new growth with your relationship. Oh, thank you, Artitex, thank you. Yeah, you're pretty wounded and hurt by all of this, mentally drained and all the rest of it. So yeah, I think you're swaying towards, you know, do I have to keep going through this cycle? So I think maybe you're am I done with this, am I done and dusted, kind of thing, you know. You know, is there any more left to do? Is that where you're at? So I would say you could always give one more chance, and if you're back to where we're talking about now again, then you know deep down, you know in your gut, your intuition, in your heart, that it's not going in the right direction. It's not what's best for you, not best for them. You know, the energy you need to be pulling in the same direction. So right now that's not happening, and you need to build new growth and new foundations and planting the seeds together, and I don't feel that you're getting that from this relationship. All right, so but always give things a go if you haven't tried already. Communication is key, you know, but if you keep on repeating the same cycle and nothing's getting any better or not improving, then maybe it is time for you to move forward and move on, my lovely. So I hope that made sense to you. Love and light to you, sweetheart. I hope that helps. Please let me know in the comments. So Artitex, I'll put your name down. You can go on. You'll be the 12th on the list, just to let you know, my lovely Artitex, because there's a list at the moment. So you're welcome. Thank you for the gifts, by the way, people. Keep tapping the screen, guys. 60k is a free one-to-one. So to Becky, did that make sense to you? Please let me know in the comments if that made sense to you. I hope that's helped a little bit. And so Joanne from South Africa. Joanne, what is your question? Please let me know in the comments what your question. Very much so, thank you. Oh, I'm glad. I mean, I try and give the best advice I can possibly, but at the end of the day, you guys are the ones that make the decision for things to happen. Hi, will we be reconnecting before the end of the year? Okay, so who will you be? So who are you talking about? So you want to know, will you be reconnecting with a loved one? A past relationship, is it? You know, please let me know if that's what you're referring to. So Joanne, do you want to know if you want to be reconnecting with a relationship you were in? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, okay. So Joanne wants to know if they will be connecting with a previous relationship. Please let me know the energy around that particular question, spirit guides. Oh, that was dropped out. Okay. Right, well, we've got the Hangman to start with. Kicked off with the Hanged Man. Then we got the Hermit. And then we got the Magician. Okay. Right. For starters, these are all life lessons. You know, they're major arcana cards. So major arcana means life lessons. A Hanged Man is pretty much, doesn't look uncomfortable, but he's doing a lot of thinking at the moment. He's enlightening himself spiritually, you know, looking at things from another perspective, hanging around basically, just, you know, thinking about things, not actually moving ahead necessarily with anything. But that was in the past. It was, you kind of on a pause, you know, there was nothing to do, nothing could be done. And right now you're in the Hermitville mode, which means you're, you know, you've gone in within yourself, you've closed yourself off from the world, you're focusing on yourself, taking care of yourself, spending that time, you know, learning about yourself, getting wise, and making sure that you know all you need to know. Now, with regards to the relationship, I think you want to make sure you've got all the T's dotted and the I's dotted in terms of the relationship, because you want to know if that is a possibility you reconcile. Is it going to be right for you, you know? So you're finding out about yourself. But we got the Magician in the future, and the Magician is all about manifestation and bringing things in and using the tools that you've got. But this Magician happens to be upside down, reversed, and, you know, as above so below. You want to have things as above, is you want the same as below. But what I can see is you do have all the tools, but you don't know how to use them. You're not quite sure what to do with regards to this relationship. So I think at the moment it's all about you spending time on you and learning about your tools and what you need with regards, because I think they need to probably work on themselves and you need to work on yourself. I don't think now is the right time for any reconciliations at the moment. I think it's all about you, the Hermit, and learning to use your tools to turn that round here. You know, learning to use your mind, your heart, your soul, you know, all these things that you need to get through life with. And you've been on pause because of all this relationship, so now's the time to focus on you, I'd say, my darling. Okay, but I don't see reconciliation at the precise moment. Okay, remember, it's what you do with this energy now. So everything you do, every moment changes. Every moment changes moment to moment. So we're multidimensional, so, you know, outcomes are going to constantly change. So hi Hayley, thank you for joining. I've got a list at the moment, but I'll try and fit you on that if I do another list afterwards, sweetheart, if you hang about. So I hope that made sense to you, Joanne. Please let me know in the comments if that made sense to you. Sometimes, you know, you don't hear what you want to hear, but sometimes it is what you probably need to do. Thank you. Yes, it does. Oh, you're welcome, my lovely. So, Lorette, big Lorette, are you next? Is Lorette about? Hello, for Solar. What you doing, for Solar? So I'm talking to my kitten, for Solar. She's about 14 weeks old and she's cute as everything, and I would show you her, but I'll just post a video and you're on my thing and you can have a look at the video of her nuttiness. I've also got a rabbit and I've also got another cat called Sausage. So, and the rabbit's called Flossie, and Sausage, well, Sausage is Sausage. Okay, so Thank you, Hayley. I don't think Larrett's there, so we've got Giorgio here. Is Giorgio here? Oh, you had a rabbit called Fluffy once. Oh, they're cute, aren't they, rabbits? Thank you for letting me know that. So Georgius, I find love. Okay, so Georgius, we want to know the energy around love. So let's ask the spirit guides, what's the energy around Giorgio finding love? Is love in the air for Giorgio? What is the energy around Giorgio finding love? Please and thank you. Okie dokie. Okay, so in the past we got a life lesson called the Star, and the star usually means, you know, you look up on the star, the divine, there's the hope, the crane, it's spiritual. This is your emotions, pouring the water, you know, balancing out your emotions, one knee on the ground, grounding yourself, and the other one in the water. But this here, I've got to do a jigsaw puzzle, hang on a sec. Yeah, so this here happens to be a reversed star, and it's usually in Aquarius, air energy as well. So I would say in the past, right now you kind of lost all that hope. You know, your hope of finding love at the moment is not feeling particularly high. You kind of lost that belief and that hope that it's going to happen. You've kind of, I don't know, you've met people, maybe it's just not worked out, and you know, and you're wondering, will that right soulmate, that right person be coming along, you know, wish upon the stars and all that. And you need to have that belief and that hope back again, and turn this way up, this life lesson. So you need your life lesson here is to start getting your belief back and to look forward to the possibilities, because what you put out there is what comes back to you. It's your energy that draws in. I mean, if you put out a negative energy, you're going to bring in a negative relationship. You don't want that. You want to bring in this positive energy. And I can see right now you've got all your emotions in like all your ducks in a row here. It's a completion right now, and completion romantically. So you have been working on sorting yourself out, and you've been working on your emotionally, you know, within yourself, I'd say. And so you're now ready and waiting to bring someone into your life, which is good. And we've got the 6, which is also, this is a mental thing. It's you moving away, or maybe going across seas, possibly, you know, from into more calmer waters. So you're mentally doing something, or physically even doing something, you know, in order to find love. So I don't know if you're going on holiday or if you're going to be working abroad, or either way, you know, you're going to be doing some form of travel, and you're mentally getting away. Maybe you're going with someone to support you, and by doing this, I think that's going to bring in the chance of you meeting someone. So there is definitely a possibility of someone coming in at the moment to start the beginnings of it, because you've definitely worked on yourself by the looks of what the 9 of, you know, Cups has told me. So, but yeah, I mean, you did have a loss of faith within the love system, and now you've worked on yourself, and now you're in a good place to meet someone. So I hope that's helped you a little bit. So love and light to you, sweetie. Okay, so Erin, are you from Durham? Erin, you're so right. Oh, thank you, Georgie. I appreciate you letting me know in the comments. Thank you for all the gifts, guys, you send me. It's £3 a month to subscribe. Subscribers obviously jump the queue, so you don't actually have to wait on the list. But if you are getting a free mini read, then obviously get on the list. And so we've got Erin next. Erin's number 5 on the list. So, and also keep tapping, because when we get to 60k, because we're at 27k up there, the only way for that to go up is if you tap the screen and with the hearts. You want to know if you're going to get pregnant. Okay, I don't do pregnancy, but what I will do is do a general reading and let you interpret what the reading means and let you go from there. Does that make sense, my darling? Because I'm not a medical professional. You know, I don't predict the future, but I can read energy, and I am intuitive, and I use the cards because I've learned, qualified as a biddy tarot card reader. So Erin wants to know what's going on generally, what's the energy around Erin. What does Erin need to know at this moment with regards to the energy? Please and thank you, spirit guides. No, that's fine, Erin. I just have to make it clear, because obviously I'm not a doctor, and you know, these are, if there's issues or whatever, I want to make sure you're going to the right people to find out, to get the right advice and all the rest of it. So okay, so we've got the 2 of Pentacles. Now this is reversed. Now twos is about dual, 2 people, you know, and Pentacles is to do with the here, this, you know, your health, your work, all that, the life, you know, that you could also look at it as a person trying to juggle, you know, possibly work and life, possibly, but it's twos are generally 2, and it's because it's this way up, I would say it's not been going according to the plan. 2 people juggling life, it's just not working, and we've got challenges right now. That things are a challenge, okay? Mentally, we've got mental challenges here, so I don't know if there's a mental challenge on what we're talking about. And then we've got the 4 of Wands. Now the 4 of Wands should be happy families, okay? But it's, yet again, it's reversed. This is all about having a break. You know, you get to a point where you've become successful in the action that you've taken, and obviously that hasn't happened. There's a delay on that. It doesn't mean to say that it's not going to happen, because I can see that the 4 of Wands is a good card. 4 is stability, security, you know, the 2 people are there, you know, that we talked about in the beginning. But it's just that it's this way. So it's not to say, I say right now, probably no. But in the future, providing you do X, Y, Z, and you know what I'm referring to in terms of getting help, support, and, you know, maybe take the mental pressure off of that particular question as well. And, you know, just don't put all the focus and the energy onto it, and just be more relaxed, if that makes sense. And maybe then the outcome will be more apparent and go in the direction that you would like. So I hope that's made you understand, if you see what I mean. Let me know in the comments anyway. So thank you. Sophia, I think it's Fia, Phia, Fia, you are next, my lovely. So keep tapping the screen, guys. If you keep tapping the screen, someone will win a one-to-one with me at 60k. So let's see, it does, sorry, I'm glad. Thank you so much, it makes perfect sense. I'm so glad it makes perfect sense. You know, just do what you need to do and take the pressure off yourself and each other, if that makes sense. And let it be, go back to being fun. Does that make sense? Go back to being fun and not the be all and end all of everything. So, and then see where you're at, because it does look like you are It's saying give it a rest at this point, you know, and then come back to it. All right. So love and light to you, sweetie. Okay. So it does. You've made me smile. Thank you. Oh, I'm glad I've made you smile, Erin. You're welcome. You know, sometimes when we put so much pressure on something, you know, these will hold things up and cause problems in themselves anyway. And, you know, it's time sometimes we just need to step back, reassess, get back into our zone. Love and light to you, Erin. All right, so the next person is Fila, I don't know, or Mamia. Fila or Mamia? Is Fila or Mamia there? I think Filia. Am I pronouncing your name? Finia? Finia, are you there? Please let me know, Finia. If Finia's not there, then I will go to Magmelio. Magmelio, if you're there, please let me know, Magmelio. If not, then I will go on to the next person, which will be Mary Jane. Is Mary Jane there? Mary Jane, are you there? Okay, Mary Jane, what, do you have a general or do you have a particular question? Oh. Well, Temperance has jumped out at me, and so has Ace of Wands, but it's all about balance and new things. But let's see. Is someone coming into my life? Okay. Is someone coming into Mary Jane's life? What's the energy around that, please? And thank you. Keep tapping the screen, guys. Someone wins 60k. Oh, thank you, Hayley. Specsavers. Okay, so someone coming into Mary Jane's life. Let's see. Okay, we got the Two of Swords. So the two, this person is blindfolded, this person's got, the two is obviously about two people mentally, she's not mentally seeing something with regards to two people, so maybe you've not got that clarification, and the emotions behind, they aren't particularly, a bit all over the place, a bit rocky there, you can see. And there's obviously rocks and things behind the sea, because emotions represent the water, and water is emotions. But the swords is like, you know, mental energy, air sign. You've even got the moon, you know, we've got like the moon that going through the sort of the waning phase there, and she's got the mask across, and that mask across is like you're not being able to see, you know, what, you know, mentally is going on with, is someone going to come into your life. Then we've got the World, which is a completion of something. So maybe something's had to be completed, you know, in your life. You've completed a life lesson of such. Something has come to an end, but it's not completed in a way that you wanted it to be completed. It's ended. It's whatever it is has ended, but it's not ended on the note that you wanted it to end. And right now you are, I would say, coming out of Hermitville. You know, you're coming out of the Hermitville of being isolated, you know, of having that time alone, and now you're ready to move forward, you know, to spend time out in the world and meet people. But in order for you to have someone coming into your life, you've also got to get out into the world. So I'm feeling here that you've been working on your mental energy, and now you're in a better place because you've gone in and you've dealt with things. Is there someone coming in? Let's see. I would say there's a stuff that's going on underneath the surface unconsciously with you, or possibly with somebody else, that you need to deal with first, possibly. They haven't quite, you know, there's that shadow down there, the shadow self, shadow work that needs to be worked on. So maybe you're not quite ready for, you want someone to come in, but maybe the timing's not quite right. So maybe you do need to be doing a little bit more of working on yourself and going in and maybe bringing to the surface your unconscious thoughts to the conscious, okay? Because this is the unconscious. You need to bring anything that's, yes, you've been practicing self-love. Yeah, I think working on yourself is the main thing for you right now. So I think as regards to a relationship, anyone coming in, now's not the right time. It's not to say that it won't happen, because it will happen, you know. It's just all about the timing and the right timing, and you want it to be the right timing. You want it to be the right timing. 1 second, I've just got to take a call, guys. So sorry to interrupt. Hi guys, you still there? Sorry, I had to take a call. It was to do with one of my clients, so I just needed to make sure that I didn't miss them. Okay, so thank you, that's fine. I need to work more on myself. Yes, you do need to work more on yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that, because you want to be ready for when that right person does come into your life, and you know, you want to have the best you available for the best them, so you can make a nice relationship and work together with it. Because there's no point in having someone for the sake of having someone, just to have a relationship and it doesn't work, because what's the point of all that? There's no point, is there? You know, just make you both miserable. You know, you want to both bring the best out of each other. Okay, so Natalia, are you there? Natalia, I think Natalia's next on my list, my lovelies. We got to 36.9k. Keep tapping once we get to 60k. Someone will win a one-to-one with me. I do private readings, which are £10, which you can give me on TikTok. Go to my profile link, and you can go to WhatsApp me if you want to do that. So you just go to my profile and Linktree. Hayley, you are on the list, my lovely. I just haven't quite got to you yet. So Glow, I haven't put you on the list, So Glow, but I can put you on the list, my lovely. Okay, so the next person is Natalia, but if not Natalia, then Swirly. Swirly, are you there, Swirly? Is there Swirly there? Please like, share, follow, and all of the above. Keep tapping the screen. Talicious, I can put you on the list, Talicious. Very interesting name, Talicious. Okay, so let me know where you're all from in this world, okay? Right, so Swirly not there, because obviously people wait for a while, you know, unless you're a subscriber, you jump the queue. Hayley, you're from New Zealand. Oh, lovely. I never did get to New Zealand. I got to Australia, and Sol, you're from South Africa, so lovely to meet you all. So Swirly, what is your question? Tally, you're Zimbabwe. Okay, so Tally is from Zimbabwe. Okay, Swirly would like a general. So Swirly, what is the... I'm from the UK. Soul Glow. I'm from the UK, sunny UK, which is actually quite cold here today. Well, it's cold in here anyway. Okay, so Swirly Wood, which is Mauricia. Mauricia would like a general reading, please, Spirit. What does Mauricia need to know around the energy of Mauricia? Please and thank you. Mauricia, I could see we had the Ace of Wands here. The Ace of Wands is not the right way up. Okay, Ace is all about having a new idea, in planting the seeds into something. And maybe you're not quite ready to plant the seeds into something that's creative, something that you're passionate about, something spiritual. You know, you've been handed this idea and you've got this idea and you want to do it, but you're not quite ready to bring it out into the open. Maybe you've got it in your head, you're thinking about it and you want to move forward with it, but you're not quite ready to jump ahead and get going with it, but it is in the back of your head. We've got the Six of Pentacles. Now this is all about generosity. It's either someone being generous to you, or you've been generous to them, you know. Now generosity doesn't have to be financial, but obviously the Pentacles can be to do with money, it could be to do with health, people helping you out, or you helping other people out, supporting someone, looking after someone in some way, you know. As you can see, this person is giving gifts to people. Gifts doesn't have to be money. You know, you can be lending people money, or they can be lending you money, but it can also be giving gifts, supporting them emotionally, you know, in other ways on that material, because it's to do with the material realm and this realm. And then we got the Temperance, but be careful with what you're doing, because you need what it's saying, the divine here, the angel, your higher self, your guidance system is saying your emotions here, you're pouring your emotions backwards and forward in the cups, and the sun's in the background there, and it's just about going down, and you're trying to ground yourself, and you've got the 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the grass to ground yourself. I think what they're saying, Temperance is all about balancing. You know, you need to maybe set boundaries, okay? So balance things out. You are doing good and you are helping, and that's good, what you're doing. But I think the divine just wants you to make sure you balance your emotions, you balance, you know, stay rooted within yourself, so you don't use your energy, give away too much of your energy to other people, you know. So you are definitely a giver, you give people and you want to help people out, but you know, maybe that's why you can't put your idea across, because you're so much involved in helping other people out, that you need to balance your life out before this idea can come into play. And that idea is something creative, something you're passionate about, you know, it's a fiery thing. So I hope that made sense to you. Please let me know in the comments, please and thank you. Okay, so Architects, are you around, my lovely? Architects, are you around? So you are in a couple of more people time. Hi Architects, keep tapping the screen, someone will win a free one-to-one with me at 60k. So I keep tapping the screen, someone will win. Yes it does, I'm job hunting and helping a friend emotionally, and it's taking from me. Yep, well this is why you got the Temperance card. Temperance is a life lesson card, and you need to know what to balance in your life, basically within yourself. You know, it's like, you know, if you give somebody, you're on an aeroplane and the oxygen mask comes down, and you know, you go to automatically put on the child's mask first, but actually you need to put on your mask first in order to put, you know, because if you lose your, you know, you can't help the child. Do you see what I mean? You've got to make sure you prioritise yourself and find the balance. All right, my lovely. So I hope that helps, sweetheart. Thank you for sending gifts, guys. I appreciate it. It's not compulsory, but it's lovely when you do. So Diana want a fresh start with me in love, please. We want to know, does Diana want a fresh start with Arctics, please and thank you. What is the energy around this? Okay, let me see. I'm just going to redo it again because I want to clarify your name. Good. So you're Diana and they're Georgie, aren't they? So you're Georgie and they're Diana. Okay. So Georgie wants to know if Diana wants a fresh start with them in love, please, and thank you. Okay. All right, so let's get back to the top again. So Georgie, right, we've got, this is to do with the plane, the material plane. This is to do with two people, two's a two, you know, it's to do with, you know, working on those pentacles, those two people, those two things got to be worked on here. And it's to do with this material realm, so it's to do with your life, your home, love, all things to do with this material world. And it's the two is like the beginnings, and it's of two people. But we've got the Queen of Pentacles here, but it's the Queen of Pentacles is looking at that pentacle very devotedly, but it's the wrong way round. So, you know, the Queen of Pentacles can be Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. She's also very homely. She's very one with nature. She's very devoted to family life. She's very taking care of people. Definitely a homebody. Definitely one with nature, and definitely one to make the world a pretty and lovely place. You know, so there's a lot of earth signs here. You've got the rabbit and you've got the goat there, and it's just, you know, you've got the roses. So there's a lot of earth, but the earth at the moment is not the right way up. So I would say you're not being, either one of you are not being the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles needs to be, you know, they love the nature, they love to be a homebody, they love to take care and nurture people. And neither one of you are getting to do that at this present moment, to be that person. But then we've got a Knight of Swords, and this is all about taking action. Knights are about action, and there is something being brought in. There's some air, some mental energy is being brought in with regards to this. So Knights are charging in. Someone, I don't know if it's you or them, someone is coming in, charging in, but maybe the Knight of Swords, because it's like an air sign, it's Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, they're charging in with that energy. And even though they've got all that focus and the determination and they're fast and furious to come in and do it, they can also be, you know, jumping too hastily. So they might rush in too quickly, you know. But some action has definitely been taken, some mental action. So I would definitely say that there is movement in that direction. So will you get back together? Can't tell you that exactly, but I can tell you that there is going to be progression in terms of you having communication, because there's someone definitely coming in. And hello Megan, thank you for joining. And yeah, I think there hasn't been any action because you both are working on yourselves, and that's what that Pentacle card, that Queen of Pentacles was talking about. And as you're both earth signs, you know, you're not the right way up, you're both the reverse way round, so you've got to work on yourself. Once you've turned yourself round, then you know the swords, you can rush in. Okay, her on a Chromie, you're moving house. Well, yeah, so I feel it's going in the right direction because you're both working on yourself, and that's what you're meant to be doing. So keep following your path, keep doing what you need to do for yourselves, because you want to be the best versions of each other, for each other. Thanks so much, I appreciate you. You're welcome. Thank you, Artidex, I appreciate it. So keep tapping the screen, guys. 60k free one-to-one booking with me. Okay, so who is next on my list? We have Hayley. Hayley is next on my list. Like, follow and share if you like what you see today and hear today. I am using the Rider-Waite deck. It's the Modern Witches version. And yeah, my name is Penny Pentacle from the UK. So we're going to do a general for Hayley. Thank you so much for your gifts. What's that, a shell? Was that a shell, Georgie? It looked like a beautiful like seashell. It looked really pretty. Oh, it's lovely. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so subscribers obviously jumped the queue, and yeah, so thank you, Georgie. I really appreciate that. Love and light to you, sweetheart. So yeah, the next person is Hayley, and we're going to do a general. Just going to have a quick swig of my water. Okay, so please don't put your questions in the comments just yet, guys. If you're on my list, I'll get to you and then I'll ask you your questions. So, you know, bear with me. Okay, so Hayley, what's the energy around Hayley? What do we need to know for Hayley? Thank you, Well. Thank you for all the gifts you're sending me, guys. I really appreciate it. Okay, so Hayley, that one's coming out. Hayley, what do we need to know for Hayley? Please and thank you. Okay, so Hayley. Okay, Hayley, I don't know. We've got an energy here. We've got the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Now, I'll tell you a bit about the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, she's the queen of the mind. She says things how they are. She doesn't mix her words, you know, and she's fair, she's just, she's straight to the point. She's not as emotional maybe as some of the other queens, but she doesn't mean to say that she's not emotional and loving. It's just that she's more, you know, straight to the point, gets to the point. But she is divinely guided. She's an air sign. She's Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. And she, you know, she shows her hands a lot. Maybe she talks a lot and she says things and explains things. But at the moment, it's the reverse way up. So this particular energy is not necessarily being that energy at the moment, and maybe they're feeling a bit more negative and maybe not using their abilities in the right way. You know, that's either yourself or someone you know with that energy, but maybe they're not being that nice, you know, and you know, maybe they're saying things that are probably hurtful rather than that are helpful. Does that say? Or maybe they're being critical, you know, so they're not doing everything that they need to do. But that's in the past. So you've not been nice to yourself. Okay, well that would explain that. Yeah, you've been mentally downing yourself by the looks of it. But now we've got the Two of Pentacles. Now, twos is about, you know, duality, and number two, we was working with other people as well. So it brings in, it's to do with your home life, your work life. You know, it's an earthy sign as well. It's being more grounded and rooted, and I can see here that this too is you moving forward with that. So you are now in a position where you are, whether you're working with someone to help you feel a bit better about yourself, possibly, or doing things that make you feel better, but you are coming out of that mindset now, or you will be coming out of that mindset. So you definitely, there's two people involved here, and it's home life or work, or someone supporting you either way. And then we've got the Knight of Swords rushing in. Knights are rushing in mentally to help you. So maybe they're talking to you, advising you, helping you, going over things, you know, trying to tell you, you know, look, because they're the right way up, and the Knight is, you know, Aquarius, Gemini or Libra energy. They're saying, look, you know, you are all of these beautiful things, you know, you like this is the way you should be. You've got the lovely dove here and the butterfly, and, you know, all this divine beautiful stuff in you, and you are, you know how to talk to people, but you've kind of withdrawn yourself, and they're trying to bring you out of your shell, you know. So they're coming in, and it could be you taking the action personally. It might actually be you taking action to do that. So, but you're getting support with that, and so maybe seeing a counsellor or somebody like that would be beneficial to you, or just having some rest and relaxation. You know, sometimes just airing what's been going on in your life, and, you know, offloading it to someone that knows you, and that, and just taking some time out for yourself. Maybe that is all that is needed here. So I hope that made sense to you. So you are next, my lovely Tatiana. I've got a list that I'm getting through at the moment. Thank you, Sophie. So you are next. I will do another list in a little while, but I'm just finishing off the present list that I've got. So is Soul around? If it's not Soul, then it was... Just wanted to find out if I'll be in a relationship anytime soon, Soul Queen. Okay, thank you, Vicky. Okay, so Soul Queen, So Glow wants to know what's the energy around being in a relationship anytime soon. Please and thank you. Spirit guides, what is the energy around this particular question? Okay. Alright, so we've got the Sun, we've got the Ten of Wands, which is you worked hard, so you want that joy, you want the Sun. This is a life lesson, you know, you want to be that kid on that horse, riding along, waving the flag, you want the sunflowers, you want what you've had in the past, basically. You basically want to feel all that joy, all that love, all that warmth, all that energy, all that passion, all that beautifulness that you had in the past, and bring it to the now. And you've been working hard on yourself, I'd say. You've been working hard on moving forward, and maybe you've been busy with work, and almost to the point where you've taken on maybe a little bit too much, and you should be delegating a bit. Oh, thank you, Kim. Um, but you've completed it now. If anything, you've gone over and above, and you completed it. And there's going to be justice coming your way. So, in answer to your question, the justice card is, well, it's justice basically, isn't it? It's like the swords there, that's the mental time, and it's balancing out the scales, you know. So there is going to be justice with regards to that question. So I would say that that's a positive sign that this sun will be coming round again. You know, you will feel the joy, you know, you will get the justice you deserve, and the justice is, you know, having that relationship that you want transpire. So yeah, it's looking positive, my lovely. Not sure of a time frame, but it is looking positive. Okay, so we are on 60k. Oh, thank you, Abigail, for telling me. Yes, I'll be doing another list again in a minute, Kim, if you bear with me. I have been on for a while, so I will do one more list, and then I will be logging off for a little while, and then I might come back a bit later, see how it is. So give me a chance. Really think about your questions. Unless you're doing a general, then obviously, you know, we go with the general. But I hope that helped you, soul. Okay, so I've got, is it Talis from Zimbabwe? Talis? Talis? Talisius? Talisius? I think it's Talisius. Oh, there you go. Kusa, will I go and study in the UAE next without fail, please, and thank you. Alright, so Kusa, will you go and study in the UAE next without fail, please, and thank you. What's the energy around Krishna going to study in the UAE? Let's see. Okay. Celebrations in the past, emotional celebrations in the past. So you did achieve something and, you know, feel that it was the right time to go out with some friends and emotionally celebrate something that may be relevant to what we're talking about. It may not be relevant, but either way, there's people involved, there's celebrations involved, there's emotions involved. Right now, we've got the Queen of Cups, Queen of Emotions, you know, but it's the wrong way round. And the Queen of Cups is to do with, obviously, emotions, and we've got them looking contently at the cup, like looking contently at something that they want, but they're not feeling necessarily good about it, you know. Maybe they don't have some belief in it, you know, maybe they don't have faith in it emotionally, don't have the faith and trust in it that they should do. And the Queen of Cups is an emotional energy. The Queen of Cups is either a Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio energy. Okay, so this is the energy at the moment, and it's not been brought into play, you know, because this is the present moment. So you need to maybe turn yourself around, turn that energy around emotionally, start having that belief, because if you don't, we're going to have the outcome of giving and receiving, and this is not being generous and not getting things to go your way, not, the outcome's not going to work. So my advice to you is to work on you and do everything you can emotionally, mentally, you know, focus with such devotion on the goal, because it's this way, and you want it to be this way, which is the Six of Pentacles, which is, you know, being able to receive gratitude, gifts, a gift of getting into that place. That is a gift in itself. So work on everything and anything that you can do emotionally to help you, intuitively to help you, you know, use your instincts, let it guide you and let it direct you. And if you put all and everything into it, then you should get the outcome. But at the moment, I think you've just got to put a little bit more energy into that. So I hope that helps, sweetie. All right. So I'm going to do a next list now. I'm only going to do 5 more people, and then I'm going to be logging off. So the next 5 people who put in a green heart will go on the list. So green heart to go on the list. So Sophie, and thank you for, so green heart to get on the list. I'm only going to put people who put green hearts. Kim, you've gone on the list. There's no green heart, you don't go on the list. Vicky, you're going to put a green heart, my lovely. So green hearts. Nozick, you've got a green heart. I remember we have got to the 60k, so I will find out who the most tapping, so we'll come back to that. No, I haven't called your name, Abigail, my lovely. So Vicky, you've gone on that. Okay, the last green heart goes on the list now for this morning session is coming to an end soon. So, alright, anyone else for the green heart? Green hearts is to go on the list, so keep tapping the screen, guys, as well. Okay, so I'll put Abigail as well on there, okay? Right, so Sophie, you are next. What is your question, Sophie, or is it just a general you'd like? I will announce the winner first before we get started, and the winner is, let me see, who is Findal? Findal. Who is Findal? Findal is the winner to a 1-to-1. So if you want to go to my profile, go to my link tree and you WhatsApp me your number. I will give you a link to arrange an appointment. So Findal, you are the winner for the 60k. Findal. So well done, congratulations to Findal. Okay, so Sophie, will Matt ever reach out to me again? Let's have a look. Will Matt ever reach out to Sophie again, or is our cycle complete? What is the energy around Sophie at the moment? Please and thank you. Hi Beverly, thank you for joining, my lovely. Okay, so alright, we've got the moon in the past, the unconscious mind here, things coming up to the surface, need to shed some light on it, 2 people there, so there's obviously things that are going on that needs to be worked on. Both people unconsciously have got things that they're not happy with, and they need to bring it to the surface and bring it under the light of the moon to, you know, to sort things out. And that's what's been done. It's been brought into the light. And then we've got the Page of Pentacles. Now this is a young energy, young-minded energy. It doesn't have to be necessarily a young person, but someone with a young mindset. Also, they're reversed, and this person, the Page, Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn, would normally be looking at that pentacle and wanting to move forward in manifesting something, but at the moment they're not really doing any manifesting. They're not really thinking necessarily along the right lines. They're quite, I would say they're not focusing on what they need to do, and they need to get back their focus. And they're also going to be a hermit and actually closing themselves off, rather than being a hermit this is a life lesson, a hermit as in being wise and getting to know themselves and go within and look after themselves. They're just cutting themselves off and isolating themselves from, you know, with, because of what's happening with this relationship. So either it's them or either it's you, but there's nothing going on at the moment. Doesn't mean to say it's not going to change in the future, but right now I don't see them, you know, moving forward. So this is Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn energy. You know, right now they're not doing anything and they're not moving forward with their new thing. And what they're doing is just isolating themselves, cutting themselves off, so nothing's actually been achieved. You're welcome, Fideli. Yep, that's him. I'm very yes-minded, young-minded, yeah. So I don't see anything right now. As I say, I always say, energy changes, our minds change constantly. So maybe ask again in a little while. But right now, I don't see any movement. You know, it might not be what you want to hear, but for whatever the reason is, they're not moving forward. He's definitely a hermit right now too. Thank you. Okay. Well, there's obviously reasons behind it, and maybe one day you'll find out what that is, and you know, and maybe he's got to do himself in order to make himself a better person, so eventually he is right for you. Or maybe you are just not meant to be, and there's someone else out there that's more special for you. Alright, so oh, your internet's struggling, Vicky. Alright, bear with it then, see how you get on, darling. Okay, so Kim, what's your question, Kim? What is it, general, or do you have a particular question, Kim? Will I move house soon, and will I reconnect with my sibling broken relationship? Okay, so what's the energy around Kim moving house soon, and will they reconnect with their sibling broken relationship? Can you give me as much information on this energy at the moment? Okay, oh, well, I have to take all these cards because they've all fallen out. So let's see where we're at. Okay, well, we got the Page of Cups here. This is an emotion. Page of Cups is a new idea, you know, a bit of a surprise. This is emotional, you know, intuitive, but you're not using that intuition. Someone's not using that intuition, not feeling in that zone, you know, not picking up the vibe of what's to come. And the page usually represents as its emotions and its new situation, or it could be a young-minded person, but basically it is what you would call Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio energy. Okay, Christine, we have to book our free one-to-one. I still need to do that. You need to WhatsApp me and we can arrange an appointment, my darling. I'm glad you came on today. I did mention you at the beginning of the live. I've been on here for a while now, my darling. Yeah, so you're a Cancer sign, so they're emotional. There's a lot of hope here. That's a good thing. This is a life lesson. These are the ones we pay a bit more attention to, because this is you balancing things out. This is you, you know, putting your emotions, foot in emotion of water, putting your knee on the ground to ground yourself, rooting yourself. And, you know, at the end of the day, we've got the spiritual, the star, it's all there for you. The star is like an air sign as well. So, oh, you lost your mum 13 months ago. Well, you can tell that you just got over a loss, because before the star would have been the tower moment, and the tower moment is when the foundations are not secure and things fall apart. And this is all about hope and faith and renewal, and all of that coming into play. I can tell that there's been some sort of mental brokenheartedness there, because obviously we've got the mental swords, the 3 to do with people, and obviously the heart is broken with the sword stabbed into the heart. And we have here the 6 of Swords. Now, the 6 of Swords is all about moving away, getting away, moving somewhere, moving on, taking a journey, moving. But it's not the right way round. And so I don't see right now that either of them is going to happen right now. Now, as I always say, it doesn't mean to say that it's not going to change and you're not going to move in the future and you're not going to reconcile with your sibling. There's probably a lot of healing to be done for the pair of you, because obviously a loss and grief takes time, and the energy you both got at the moment is probably not the best energy to be connected, and you need to work on each other, like separately work on each other, and and then you'll be able to rekindle. But the good thing about this is right now you do have a lot of hope, and you do have a lot of faith, and you do have a lot of determination for when the timing is right, and you are being guided divinely as well. So because we've got that crane there, which is a spiritual bird, and we've got the star and all the astrology, and and you are balancing things out, and you are working on your emotions, to heal this mental hurt. So it's just not happening at the moment. You just can't move ahead at the moment for whatever reason. It's just not the time. But things change within time, so just give it time, my lovely. All right. So I hope that helped you a little bit. Thank you. You're amazing. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. So thank you for being a regular. Okay, Norzip, what is your question? Norzip, please and thank you. There's Norzip there. So thank you for joining. What is the energy in my relationship, and when is it? Was it planned to spend some time with you? Okay, so what's the energy in the relationship? What is the energy in the relationship with Norzip? Okay, so in the past, someone had to get away for travel, possibly, or get away from the relationship temporarily because it wasn't going according to emotionally, it was a bit rocky. So them getting away, just they want a bit of calmer waters. They don't want to deal with all the friction and the whatevers. And there's been a challenging right now. It's been challenging. Hi, Lindy. Thank you for joining. And so, and no one's really won here. At the end of the day, it's been mentally challenging on both parties. At the end of the day, someone might have thought they got the upper hand mentally, but they haven't. At the end of the day, there's no winners there, and you've had to walk away. Someone's had to walk away, or go and travel and get away that way. And it's not going to be. I don't see justice in this at the moment. There is justice, but it's not the right way round at the moment. It means justice needs to be worked on, I'd say. So you need to get the balance right. You need to be in the right mindset. So I hope that's helped you a bit. So that's really what they're giving me today. So I hope that made sense. So Lindy is my lovely subscriber. She pays £3 a month to jump the queue. So Lindy, what is your question, my darling? Lindy is my subscriber. So anyone wants to subscribe, the subscribe button's just down below here. General, please. I'm glad you're well. So let me see, what does Lindy have to know? What's the energy around Lindy, please and thank you, Spirit? What do we need to know? Okay, so what have we got here? Lindy, what's happened? Is this you being hard on yourself, or is someone taking advantage of you mentally, or try to get away with something, or you know, or do you not feel good enough about something? Either way, we've got the Seven of Swords. Okay, this is all about trying to get away with something, or not feeling that you are as good as you should be, or it could be someone that is, you know, taking something from you, taking your mental energy, taking something from you. But right now you've got the Eight of Wands, so that was the past. Right now you've got the Eight, and then the Eight of Wands, this is all about action, movement, especially the Eight. The Eight is all like, you know, the seeds you planted, everything's getting moving, it's moving forward. Messages are coming in, texts, emails, it's all go, it's non-stop, fast and furious there, I would say. But you've got in your head, there's an idea in your head emotionally to, an Ace of Cups is all about, you know, working on something emotionally, and it's draining, something's draining you emotionally, I'd say. It's not the right way round. Normally if it'd been that way, it would be, you would be getting emotionally, having an idea emotionally, and you know, going ahead and stepping into something. But because it's the other way round, I would say that all of this that's been going on has just been one big emotional drainage. And yeah, that makes sense. So I would say you just need to check out, have some time to yourself, my lovely, because it's just got too much. So, you know, just have time for you, to have some meditation time, go and celebrate with some friends, just have me time, and just don't worry about anyone or anything at the moment, because that's what you need. All right, my lovely? Things will transpire when they're meant to transpire, and right now you need to have some self-care time, I think. Definitely. All right, so Vicky, you're next, my lovely. Vicky, is Vicky there, please? Hello, Precious, thank you for joining. Hello, Official Afro Wizard, thank you for joining. I'm doing a list at the moment, guys, so if I don't get to you today, because I've been on here for nearly 2 hours now, so probably rounding off now. How to get on list. Beverly, I've done a few lists already. I think you're the last one on my list, and then I'll be calling it a day. So it's Vicky next. Lindy, love and light to you. Love and light to you, Lindy. Vicky would answer general, so let's do a general. What's the energy around Vicky, please and thank you? Let's see. And Findy, you need to go to the profile link tree, send me a WhatsApp number and say who you are, and then obviously I will arrange a link for you. Okay, so we've got the Seven of Pentacles. This is all about, we've got pentacles here, so basically it can be your health, work, all of those kind of things. We're on the material world, we're on that kind of level. So it could be you planting your seeds here. The Seven is waiting for something to grow. You know, you planted the seeds, so now you're watching it grow. You're looking at the money, you're wanting the money to grow, if there is money, or you're wanting your home to grow, or you're looking into your health. Whatever it is, it's not happening quick enough. Okay, you're not getting that quick enough, and you're feeling a bit sort of disappointed, and you've got to the point where you actually feel a bit, you know, challenging. It's a bit challenging at the moment, but it's coming to the end of that challenging time. But ask for help. There's help there. You know, the church is there. The pentacle window there. Is the lights on. You know, you're not shut out in the cold. There are people around that can help you. So maybe financially you need a bit of help, or maybe, you know, you need help and support, you know, with other things. And then we've got the Two of Pentacles, and that's about someone else coming into your life and duality. But they're not, it's not the right way round. So it's juggling, I'd say it's more juggling things. So I would say you would need to get some support. It seems very financial to me, but then it could be your job, you know, maybe you're looking for a job, maybe, you know, you put all your eggs in one basket on a job and you haven't heard from it, and then there's a sense of loss. But there is moving in to two, so that is partnership with somebody, you know, there is another person involved here, but it's like it's not kind of going the way you want it to go. So I'm hoping things will change for you, because your energy changes from day to day. So I hope that made some sense to you, Vicky. Wish it was a bit more. To G. Is it about someone leaving? It's about whoever it's about. It's to do with your home life. And it's about something that's not developed or not grown into something, and you wanting and waiting for something, and it's not happening. Yeah, you need to be a bit more, you need to maybe ask for help and get some support with this, you know, but there is going to be somebody that's going to come in and help you, but it's definitely on, it's either health, work, or money situation, that kind of thing. But I don't see anyone leaving. It's just maybe you're not getting what you want right now. It's a lot of wishful thinking, you know, and wanting things to be a bit better than what they are. But the energy needs to change, so I hopefully that will change soon for you, my darling. Abigail, what is your question, my lovely, or is it general? Thank you for everybody who sent me gifts. You didn't have to, but I appreciate it. I will be on again either later today or tomorrow. Right now, this is my last reading, so I'm just going to do Abigail if Abigail's around. If Abigail's not around, then I will be saying goodbye to you guys, and thank you for all joining me today. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the gifters. Thank you for tapping the screen, and thank you for Philo for being the one that got to 60k today. Anyone else? I will be back again, so I'm the last. So Beverly, you are the last. What is your question, lovely Beverly? Yeah, I've been on here for about 2.5 hours, I think now. Something like that. And I need to have some lunch. I didn't have any breakfast, so I need to go straight into lunch. So, let's do a general for Beverly. Alright guys, so Beverly, we've got Queen of Wands. We've got the Knight of Swords. Okay, so I've got the Queen of Wands is fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. So the Queen is all about nurturing their passion, their creativity, their, you know, they're very sociable, they're intuitive. Then we've got the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is the wrong way round. So you're Leo, okay? And this Knight of Swords is the wrong way round. So it's someone rushing in, you know, maybe the Aquarius, Libra or Gemini, you know, taking action with something, bringing in something for you, very hastily possibly, and it's whoever or whatever it is isn't making you feel like it's developing. Or, you know, maybe this idea, you know, it's the wrong way round, so maybe it's rushed or whatever in haste, but whatever happens, it's either a person or that's rushing in mentally, or it's you that's having an idea and you've rushed into something too quickly. Either way, it's not helped develop what you've planted the seeds to grow. Only you know that, what that seed is. You know, what have you set the foundation for? What have you been wanting to develop in the future? But this energy, be it a person, be it a situation, you know, it's the wrong way round. So Aquarius, Gemini or Libra. So I hope that made some sense to you, and love and light to you all. Sorry, I need to cough. I've got my eyes going all watery, trying my hardest not to cough here. You know when you get something in your throat. Penny Pentacle, marital issues. Okay guys, I've been on for 2.5 hours, so I'm going to have to take a break guys. I'll try and be back a bit later if I can. Got some clients today, so I might be too tired later. But if I do get a chance, I'll pop back. If I don't, I will try and see you tomorrow. So love and light to you all. Bye bye for now.